Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are looking into understanding the mind games narcissists play and how to take back control. It is hard dealing with someone who is completely unreasonable, someone who always argues or only thinks of themselves. It is very exhausting communicating with someone who seems out of touch with reality or acts as if they do not understand on purpose. Narcissists hide behind a false image. Their behavior is designed to protect a fragile sense of self. They need others to believe they are superior, flawless, and deserve special treatment. To maintain this illusion, they manipulate and control people around them. When someone sees through their act and refuses to enable them, they feel threatened and start to unravel, showing their true color. Their first reaction is usually denial. This denial is not just fear or confusion. It is a complete rejection of anything that challenges their self-image. If you stand firm and refuse to be manipulated, it weakens their sense of self. Narcissists cannot admit their faults because that would require self-reflection, which is too painful for them. Instead, they try to regain control by shifting blame and creating distractions. This is why arguments with them often become chaotic when their behavior is questioned. They will convince themselves and try to convince you that the issue is not real or will pass. They may believe someone has turned you against them, friends, family, or a new relationship. They may even accuse you of wrongdoing, such as cheating, because they cannot understand healthy conflict. If you pull away, they assume you have been influenced, as they cannot accept that you made a choice on your own. Another thing is that narcissists live in fear. When they realize someone is truly done with them, their fear grows, because you are to them a source of supply, and losing a source of supply terrifies them. When you realize that narcissists need you more than you need them, yet they act as if they are the ones doing a favor. When they lose control, it means you have made them irrelevant, and trust me, they fear becoming irrelevant, which makes them panic, leading to desperate behavior. When this happens, they may cycle through insults, false promises, and threats. If you resist, they might try bribery, but if you refused, they resort to guilt-tripping and accusations. As their desperation grows, their tactics become more erratic. Their goal is to provoke an emotional reaction, anger, frustration, or guilt. They do not care if the attention is positive or negative, because any reaction keeps you engaged. When they realize they can no longer control you, their frustration turns into anger. Funny enough, they feel entitled to your obedience, and rejection fuels their resentment. They see themselves as the victim, which makes them to justify revenge. This could include personal attacks, spreading false accusations, or trying to ruin your reputation. That is why they will do everything to control how others see you. However, their revenge often backfires and reveals their true nature. A key way narcissists control people is through psychological manipulation, especially gaslighting. They make others doubt their own memories and reality. If someone resists, they increase their efforts, rewriting past events to fit their story. They may even use others to support their false version of events. This keeps their target off balance and helps them maintain their own illusions. Narcissists never truly compromise. They want interactions on their terms, whether direct or indirect. If they cannot regain control, they spread lies, painting themselves as the victim. They may claim they gave everything and were abandoned, or that the other person is the real narcissist. They seek sympathy and validation from as many people as possible, convincing themselves their lies are the truth. Finally, if all else fails, and they can no longer manipulate or get attention, they discard their target and move on to a new source of supply. No one falls in love faster than a narcissist. who has lost their last source of attention. So, how do you defeat a narcissist? The answer is simple. Refuse to play their game. Their power comes from deception and using your kindness, patience, and hope against you. The moment you realize you do not need their approval and that they needed you more than you needed them, you take back your power. When dealing with narcissistic people, it is important to speak with confidence, set clear boundaries, and refuse to be manipulated. When you do that, their usual tactics will not work. This will make them to lose control, and it unsettles them deeply. Also, disengage completely, set firm boundaries, and not get drawn into their drama. The only true victory over a narcissist is walking away and living life on your own terms. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take good care of yourself and be safe.